All right, we're back with another one of these podcasting beats. I'm here with Dr. Emily, another one of my physical therapists in Ironbound Physical Therapy. And then I'm going to let her take over and kind of tell you about her background, her little bit of experience, and a little bit about herself before I start asking all these weird questions.
I love it. I'm ready. Okay, guys, so I'm Dr. Emily. I, like Alex said, I was at Springfield for 2 years, but I was a student here first. I was at Ironbound, which is kind of like, now I'm back to my roots. I'm back at Ironbound as of February 1st, like full-time. I'm back kind of like where I started. I love it. I went to Rutgers, just like a lot of our coworkers. Graduated in 2024. So yeah, it's been 2 years, kind of like out of that new grad status now, and I feel good.
Okay, good. I'm glad you feel good. All right,
good.
We're gonna do this podcast that we've done. You are now, I think, my fifth. I did the math wrong with Steph. You're now the fifth and last professional that I'm doing the podcast with.
Love it.
Save the best for last. That's right, exactly. But the podcast essentially is, and I don't know if you heard the other ones, but it's not so medical, right? We'll get into some medical details, but the podcast is not so medical. It's more like personal, like let people get to know you. If they fall in love with you in the podcast, hopefully they'll come treat with us. You know, it's like a business aspect to it, but also just like a nice different way than just going on the website and reading like about me. And it's like this like hard scripted, like, I don't know, one paragraph thing, and it's supposed to encapsulate your whole life. So the whole point of the podcast, our first podcast, because we'll do more, is just to kind of give people a nice experience as to who Dr. Emily is, okay? So we're going to do some icebreakers.
Let's do it.
And these questions are brought to you by Grok, because it's better than Perplexity. Joe Rogan's wrong. And what is something you're weirdly good at that has nothing to do with this job?
Cleaning.
Cleaning?
Yeah.
You were like a neat freak?
Oh, 100%. I mean, you could probably guess. I feel like Portuguese culture.
Oh, yeah,
if you ask anybody, what's your dad do, what's your mom do? I have the typical, my dad's a construction worker, my mom's a housekeeper. So from a young age, I would just watch, I would observe. Yeah. And so now, like, it's just something that's ingrained in me, and I'm grateful for that, because I don't know if you've ever heard of, like, a clean space is a happy space. Like, you stay in a better mindset if your space is nice and organized. Yeah. Which right now I'm struggling with because I just moved. So my place is in shambles, but I notice, like, when my space is more organized and clean, and I get, like, everything where it's meant to be.
You're happier.
Yeah. Oh, it's great. Good. I love it.
And then are your brothers like that? I know you have your two brothers.
That's it. You know what? Growing up, one of them was always vacuuming.
Really? That's good.
Always vacuuming, but not so much anymore. I don't know. He fell off. But I think for the most part, they're tidy. They're not like messy brothers.
Yeah,
some men are super messy.
Yeah. I would consider myself tidy too, just because same reason, culturally.
Yeah.
We didn't have any girls in the house, just my mom.
Oh, so you guys were forced to do the chores.
So we kind of forced to do the chores, but which is a good thing, because it stuck with me, I think, a little bit. I'm sure Grace is grateful. I'm not as neat as Grace. Not even close. But I'm sure I don't give her as much grief as like most guys will.
Oh, no, for sure. And that's a blessing to find a man who can clean.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
That's a blessing.
Careful, Emily. I'm married. This is actually a great question. I'm sad I didn't come up with stuff, but what did you want to be when you were a kid?
A teacher.
You want to be a teacher?
Yeah, which I feel like, well, I don't know, you know, when you're little, you have playtime. I'm like you said, I have two older brothers, but they were way older than me, right? They're your age, so I felt like I almost.
That was a great jab,
I'm sorry,
by the way. Holy cow! Go ahead. Go on with your story.
Let me reverse.
Way older. You're right. I am way older than you, Emily. Let's go on with your teacher story.
Compared to most people, like 10 years, right? Like they grew up in two fully different stages, like ahead of me, right? So I basically grew up an only child in that regard. So I had to like entertain myself, and I would teach my little stuffed animals like stuff, and that was like the first thing that came to mind. That and being like a medical, like a doctor, like treating my stuffed animals. So I always wanted to teach in some capacity, but also heal in some capacity. So I feel like now, like as a PT, I'm a little bit of both. Like I teach people how to heal. Why I wanted to be a teacher, I feel like I like learning, so I also like passing on knowledge. That's cool. Something I've always like noticed about myself.
That's really cool, really cool. All right, so let's go to a couple more random questions.
Sure.
Okay, and then we'll go back to some personal ones, okay, where people get to know you. What's the last thing that made you laugh out loud? Aside from calling me old, which is crazy.
I was going to say.
That's why we're going to move on. I don't want to bring that up again. We're going to focus on something different. Let's go personal again, okay? So I've been asking everybody more or less, what's your favorite number?
16.
Oh, that's cool. And then what's your favorite color?
Red.
Red? All right, nice. Oh, you have definitive stuff.
Why are you asking them those questions?
Because everyone has different answers. Steph does not have a favorite color. It's based on her mood. Did you know that?
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, her number is definitive. It's the number of her father's soccer jersey.
Oh, that's cute.
It's cute.
That'd
Very
be
cute.
Lot, yeah.
Grace also has a favorite number and color. Very specific.
Yeah, do you not?
Detailed. I used to. I don't. I have a favorite number, I guess, but it changed all the time. My current favorite number, though, if I had to pick a number, it's 8. And my current favorite color, if I had to pick a color, it's blue. But it wasn't always. My favorite color used to be growing up red, always.
Because of
Benfica, Braga, yeah, for sure, Portugal. But my daughters one day, Giselle told me when I was younger that my favorite color was blue. And I didn't want to contradict her. So it's always been blue since then.
She set the rules.
That's it.
I love it. Blue's a calming color.
It's the best color.
Yeah.
It's the best color.
Okay.
My dad hates it, but it's the best color. Let's go. All right, so then let me know what. Let's ask you a different. So we did color, we did a number, Let's ask. Do you like vacations?
I love vacations. Why is that a dick? Why are you
not laughing? Not a bad thing. But it's just one of those questions I was about to ask you as if I didn't know.
Yes.
What is your favorite place to vacation?
It's got to be Portugal, and I think my answer will remain that way, just because, you get a little bit of both. Like, my family's there, so I feel like I hit two birds with one stone, and every time I go, I see something different. It's not like I feel like a lot of people go to Portugal, they see the same thing, do the same thing every time, and it gets boring. I make it a quest every time I go to go somewhere new that I haven't seen, and it just opens up all the opportunities.
I've gotten to do that, thankfully, with Grace now.
Good.
As a kid,
yeah, when you're younger, you can't.
I love Portugal anyway because, like you said, my cousins were there. Like most of my family's in America, but when I went, I did have cousins there. But we always went to the same places, man. I was just like, and the older I got, I was just like,
you get sick of it, right?
I just don't want to go there anymore. I have too much going on here, too many connections here to separate for 2 months. Like, I'm done with that. But now with Grace and the girls, we've done a lot. Like a lot of stuff that we used to do when I was a kid. Like when I was a kid with my parents. So it's cute to kind of do that with the girls. Grace likes it more than I do. I personally don't like vacations. Period.
I heard that through the grapevine.
Yeah, I can go 10 years not take a vacation. I wouldn't grab it.
Is there a reason?
Because I love my life. I think my life is perfect the way it is.
So you don't need an escape from reality. Is that
no, I need no escapes.
That's like how
my vacation would be like wherever my girls are.
Okay, I love that.
And that's home, so I'm happy there.
What about you? So you don't have a need to see other.
None.
Not even if you don't even think about it as an escape from reality. You don't want to travel.
No curiosity.
Oh, okay.
I have zero curiosity.
All right, so that makes sense.
And not in a bad way. It's just I don't have that itch. I really don't. I have zero itch to
Saves
go
you money.
Anywhere. One, because I'm very money oriented. I think a lot of people know that about me. So it does save me a lot of money with a family of 6. But not just because of that. Just because I really don't. I have zero itch to go anywhere. Now, what I do find myself doing, and Grace does this for me, which I'm grateful for, because I never regret going.
No,
so that's not the thing. It's not like I have a heart. I hate going. No. Ask me, do you want to go on vacation? I say no. I'm good. Once we get there. Am I saying I can't believe I'm here? No, I'm grateful to be there, and I have a blast. What makes the vacations fun, Grace does a good job of doing this, is that when we're with my kids, Grace makes it fun. We don't argue on vacation, ever. Like our Portuguese parents used to. Whose parents are you going to visit?
That's why I don't go with my parents.
And my parents don't do that anymore, but my grandparents are dead, so why would they? My parents love going to Portugal, and they have fun, they don't argue. Well, because now you don't have to split the time between going to my parents and your parents, who we both haven't seen in 3 years, right? Grace does a good job where wherever we go, it doesn't have to be Portugal. It could be we did Disney before I had all the girls, and that's a lot of work, but we have fun. We did Portugal one time during COVID time, and she had all these different places planned out. It was mapped out and organized. It was fun. I don't regret ever going on the vacation. I have zero need though, but I don't regret vacation. I love vacation, and I don't judge anybody who likes vacation. I get it. It's just for me, it's I can go without it. It wouldn't bother me too much. I can't go without a steak and egg, but I can go without a vacation. All right. What is the biggest lesson you've learned in the last year?
The biggest lesson I've learned in the last year.
Yeah,
I wasn't ready for that one.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be deep. We can move if you want.
No. I would say, listen to what your body's trying to tell you.
Oh, that's a good one.
And for me, I've had, unfortunately, eczema is, it could be worse, so I'm not even gonna complain about it, but it's something that for years I think my body's been trying to tell me, and if you don't pick up on the cues the right way, it's only gonna get worse. So I see it. Yes, it can be inconvenient with especially with physical therapy. I'm always hands-on, but it's also a blessing because it shows me that my body is just trying to communicate with me, and that's something I also try and pass on to my patients. Right?
Yeah. That's
Listen to what your body's trying to tell you.
That's perfect. Another one. Actually, let's go back to personal. What's your favorite movie? You change it. It changes all the time.
All right, so it goes between The Sandlot and Goodfellas.
Oh, that's good. Oh, Goodfellas.
It's a very weird variety there, but it's my childhood favorite was The Sandlot, and Goodfellas is something that I could just watch over and over and over again. That's amazing. Yeah, I love mob movies.
Mob movies are great. Mob movies are awesome. Glenn, you hear that?
He likes them too, is he not?
He loves them, but he doesn't know anything about what is it, Donnie Brasco?
Donnie Brasco, it's on my list. It's on Netflix now, so I know I can watch it.
Glenn has never watched it, so I'm why? If you like mob movies, why haven't you watched that?
I haven't watched it either.
Johnny Depp is in it.
I understand.
Do you need any other reasons to watch it? It's crazy.
Now it's on Netflix.
And he was young and handsome then. Let's see. So those are good movies. My favorite when I was a kid was Braveheart.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a very big underdog guy.
That's history class 101.
Yeah, it was Patriot? Long. Yeah. No, it wasn't. I didn't say the Patriot. I said Braveheart.
Both of them.
Let's see, what else? We did favorite movie, we did favorite color, favorite number. Those are all personal questions. Your favorite vacation spot is Portugal. That's actually nice that you say Portugal. I thought you would say somewhere else.
I haven't been to many other places.
I know, but would you want to go?
Of course I would.
You would? So name a spot you would want to go to.
I would want to go?
Yeah. Money's not a thing. Just go.
Money's not a thing?
No. First pick. Just pick one.
Aruba?
Aruba?
Yeah, an island. I've never been to an island. Caribbean island.
Oh, that's cool.
That's not in Caribbean.
I don't know what it is, but
that's... ABC Islands, for example, Curaçao.
Yeah.
I don't know, I haven't done any of that, all-inclusive type stuff.
I only started doing that when I got married.
But you have been? You've been to an island?
Yeah, with Grace. I've never been anywhere with my parents other than Portugal and Monaco.
Right, yeah, because why would we?
No, it's just the beach in New Jersey or you go to
right,
Portugal.
It's like, be happy.
But with Grace, we've done DR, we've done Aruba.
Oh, DR is good.
Those places were fun. Single, we did those single. We've done.
Did you do all inclusive? Did you go?
DR, we did all inclusive, so worth it.
Was that cool?
Yeah, the best.
You don't even have to pull your card out?
No, you just get drunk all day and you do weird things. But Aruba was nice. It's slow for me though. I'm not a beach guy. Grace knows this about me. It's too slow. I can't lay on the beach.
You're too antsy.
I get bored way too fast, or I'll get burned because then I get obsessed with getting brown. I got sun poisoning in Aruba.
Oh my god!
Because I was
you're right by the equator.
obsessed with being brown. I wanted to be as brown as possible, like golden brown color. And then outside of that, we've done Spain. Spain's probably my favorite vacation. And then we've done Italy. That was our honeymoon. Italy was nice too.
See, I'm gonna go to Italy this year when I go to Portugal. So
Italy's fun.
That'll be new for me.
It's fun, but I'm gonna be honest. If you've been to all like the nice places in Portugal, it's almost the same. Unless you really appreciate architecture and art and stuff like that.
No, I think nothing will ever top Portugal for me.
Yeah. And the prices are better. That's the Portuguese in me. Portugal is
Yeah.
definitely cheaper. All right, so let me see. What do you think in the industry? We'll talk a little bit about health. That you find, you can hear a lot of people talk about. It's like, oh, this is the new fad. You find that it's overrated in the health industry. Because we're in the health industry.
Overrated.
Better not say peptides.
I wasn't even on my
underrated.
Mind. That wasn't on my mind. I'd rather answer like underrated.
So what's underrated?
I would say like cold plunges.
Oh yeah, I love a cold
because
plunge.
I think the nervous system gets neglected, and a cold plunge is when you do it right and in increments. It's or even just cold showers. Like it's so effective for regulating you, and then healing. I think compounds off of that. So I feel like maybe I don't know much about it, but then in contrast, I don't know like what's better, cold plunge or sauna.
Cold plunge.
Right. So I'm not saying it's overrated. I just feel like for the benefits of the body, cold plunge might be better. Obviously, it's situational.
No, it's way better. Even if it's situational, I agree with you. But sauna's great.
It's great.
It's overrated.
It's a little overrated. That's what I didn't want to say that because we have a sauna at Springfield, and
we love the sauna.
we love it. But if you were gonna pick one over the other, obviously not everybody should do a cold plunge without doing the research. Correct. But I think a cold plunge has better effects on the body.
Just in general.
In general,
right.
And when you build that tolerance, I think you as a person, you become stronger.
Yeah.
Because you're building tolerance to something that's so uncomfortable.
For sure. I think that a hot sauna, not infrared, just a hot sauna is good for hypertrophy. If like you do a post-workout, jump in, it helps with circulation, recovery, and stuff like that. I also think it's good for like people who like have toxins, you get sweated out a little bit. It's a nice way to like sweat out toxins or whatever. But in reality, like that's just about the gist of it, right? Sure. Circulation and maybe getting some sweat in. But an infrared has other benefits, obviously, because of the light therapy. And I think there's a lot of mitochondrial benefits to that and collagen, like skin benefits to that. I'm a big fan of infrared specific. Doesn't even have to be hot. It can just be infrared.
Yes,
and that's the type of sauna we have at Springfield.
Correct.
So we could have just went with a standard hot one and we chose infrared. But I think cold plunge is underrated, or cold showers, just because, not just, like you said, the nervous system, but even if you're someone who's like severely inflamed, swollen, or you just want to look leaner. There is nothing that helps you look leaner than shrinking adipose cells temporarily and then turning them to brown fat cells, which are easier to metabolize. Like you already work out, you want to get the best benefits of like how you want to look from a workout, cold plunge. And never post because it affects hypertrophy, but pre-workouts are first thing. I love a cold plunge. That's good. I like cold water anyway. We agree on something. I'm not so bad. Is there anything you wish that I could have asked you today that you would be able to answer and give listeners, patients, clients, future and past and current, more insight to like who Dr. Emily is? Is it something that maybe you want them to know about you that I didn't ask?
I would say, nothing specifically, but one question that I heard you ask Bree and Glenn, I believe, that I liked was you said, like, it was the first one. You were like, where did you grow up? Maybe you did ask me and I just didn't answer it.
No, I didn't ask you. You're the only one I didn't ask.
Where did you grow up and how did it influence who you are today? And I liked that question a lot because I think it does make a huge difference.
Statement. Okay, great. So I feel bad. I'm going to redo Steph's because she didn't get the answer to that question. I asked her where she's from, but I didn't ask, like,
I would have loved to hear her.
Where did you grow up and how do you think it's affected who you are today?
It actually is such a great question.
So, well, thank you. That was actually not a grok question. That was an Alex question.
Good. No, but that's a great question. This is why you got to bring more from the noggin, Alex.
Top the AI. Well, the AI is here to help me stay focused, you know?
Yeah, and that's good. But that's a great question.
Okay, answer it.
So I grew up in Warren for the majority of my life. The first few of my years were in Hillside, but I don't really remember it there. My brothers grew up primarily in Hillside, and my parents left there because the schools weren't great, and they wanted better opportunities for us. And I just see, like, just me versus my brothers. Like, I am eternally grateful for having grown up in Warren because I feel like I had a better education, a better access to education. I mean, they grew up some years in Warren too, but I got my foundations in Warren. And because I got that great access and I felt, we all felt, secure and safe in our little, like, suburban home, it helped make school feel like a safe haven for me. And like, because school felt so safe, I was able to excel. And the only reason I'm here today is because I liked school so much that I wanted to keep going and keep learning and keep feeling that and keep teaching and keep like teaching others and all those things. So I think that's like one of the hallmark, like, what do they call that? What is it, like a canon event?
Yeah.
Like something that shapes you for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
Me,
nice.
us moving to Warren is what shaped, my path.
Yeah.
Because I had such great opportunity, right? Not that I wouldn't have had that in Hillside, but it would have been different. And you can, I'm sure, like attest to that. It would have been different. Where your girls are growing up in Mountainside, right?
I think the way you're saying it, it's going to be received well. Like, I think it's going to be received the way you think it's going to be received. I get what you're saying. Like, I grew up in Hillside my whole life. That's the majority of where and you and I are in the same place, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it can go well for you.
100%.
But the reality is, like, 50% of the people that I went to high school with didn't graduate, or 40%, I think.
Right.
It was. So they're not doing like professional jobs or a graduate program. They're not doing it. It's just not. It wasn't a cultural. But it wasn't even a cultural thing. They're not doing it. And they didn't care.
Yeah.
They didn't care enough to even study. It
but I
wasn't
think
like
your surroundings have a huge impact.
Well, I think we did
sometimes.
well because my family. I always say that my cousins, I was surrounded by my cousins, and I was inspired by my cousins, and my parents always pointed to my cousins and said, look what they're doing. They're going to school. Look what they're doing. He's running. You want to be a good soccer player? Like so-and-so, he's running right now this morning. And I'm like, oh, guys, I got to put my running shoes on.
Right.
So like, I don't disagree with you. When you surround yourself with like-minded people, and all those people are ambitious, you will remain ambitious. If you surround yourself with people who are health savvy, then you will get the itch and become a little bit more health savvy. I agree 100%. I'm not saying different. But what I will say is, I'm happy to hear you say that you're grateful for where you grew up in, and that it had a positive effect on where you ended up. I will say the same thing for different reasons, but also very grateful where I grew up.
Of course.
But because I saw what could be. Not the other way around. So, but it's the same thing, different perspective. And I don't think anyone's gonna take it wrong. If I thought, like you said, that Hillside shaped me in a positive way, I was positively touched. I was, but it was from like the fear of what the negative could be.
Correct.
Like when you see the bad, you try to avoid it. So yeah, of course, if I thought it was so great, I would have raised my kids there. And Hillside's a great town. I love Hillside.
I don't even know.
But right, I love it. But yeah, of course, I moved to Mountainside because the schools are better. The kids that they're going to go to school with are not struggling with the same struggles as the kid in Hillside. They're not focused on the same things that the kids in Hillside.
Exactly.
The focus is like education oriented. The focus is like family oriented, right? So yeah, of course, 100%. I get what you're saying, and I'm glad you're grateful. I hope my daughters one day will say the same thing, that they're going to be grateful for growing up in Mountainside because they made great friends who helped inspire them and motivate them, and they have still those friends to this day. You know what I mean? Like in their 20s, 30s, and 40s, and that they did well because of it, and it was because of a staple from their parents.
Your parents made it easier for you.
Way easier.
And my parents made it easier for me.
Correct.
Right? And like you said, no knocking Hillside. I love Hillside. I live there now. But it's just, I think the reason I'm here today, is because my parents made that choice and gave me that extra opportunity.
That's cool. I'm sure your parents would be really happy to hear that too. That's nice. That's really nice to see that you're grateful. All right, that's it today, guys, with Dr. Emily. We will have other posts, other podcasts with Emily, Karen, aka Steph, Glenn, and Brianna. We're also gonna have some random podcasts too. You'll hear more about like the World Cup, which I don't typically do sports. You hear some political stuff, you hear some religious stuff, some moral compass stuff. But we'll do round 2 with the PTs in a few. Thanks for listening. Thanks for coming. Thank you.
Of course, thank you.
It's fun.